Hi, this is Jegan. I am open source enthusiast. So in this video, I'm going to show you the open source browser security, and the open source antivirus that I have developed. Okay. See, if I say open source browser security, it is very simple. That it is nothing but an extension to a Google Chrome browser and an add-on to a Firefox browser. Okay, so it is a JavaScript that runs in the form of an extension that sits on the browser, and whatever you browse, right, in the for example, let it say google.com, whatever that goes on the address bar, it takes it in the form of as an API service and sends it to our threat intelligence cloud and get the responses back in the form of good and bad, and it keeps on redirecting when there is any malicious prediction results that comes from the cloud. Okay, so this is how the diagram will look like, and right. See, this is an extension that is done for the Google Chrome, and this is for the add-on for the Firefox. Okay, this extension is nothing but a JavaScript. Whatever you browse through from the address bar, it takes all the types of URLs and sends it to our cloud API service and gets its response back in the form of a good and bad. And if the same extension or the add-on, right, sees any bad responses from our cloud API services or the threat intelligence API service, this script will redirect to the denied page. Okay, so now let's jump on to the demonstration of the antivirus also. So okay, so this is how our antivirus looks like. Okay, so let me quickly walk you through the features. It has some quarantine field where if the antivirus sees any malicious files on the local hard drive or an external hard drive, right, it quickly scans and it generates an hash value, passes the hash value to the API cloud service. Once the threat intelligence cloud service gives a response box saying that's bad, this antivirus actually quarantines it. It doesn't delete it. It just puts it into the vault folder, and that vault folder can be accessed from this quarantine list. Okay, you can, so suppose if there is any false positive, right, you can go ahead and restore them, and once if you mouse over these files, you'll be able to see its full extensions, right. You can restore them, or you can delete them, or you can ignore them. So restoring is something, you're going to restore a malicious file, and if you delete it, you're going to delete the malicious file, or if you're going to ignore it, that's quite risky. If you're going to ignore it, meaning that you don't want to scan the file again. I mean, what happens from the next time if the malicious file gets downloaded from your browser to your local hard disk, this antivirus will not scan anymore, and it will not be quarantined, and you will be under risk. So whether it is restore or delete or ignore, it's up to the user's risk. Okay, so it just quarantines it. Means if I say quarantining, it is just going to put a zip on the malware, keep the malware inside the zip, and just put some password on it, a default password on it. Okay, so let me close this. So and licensing, it's an open source licensing I have done from the cloud, and this is running under the full version. And there is this update is just meant if I'm going to update this software, right, if there is any upgrade that's going to happen with respect to any API service, you'll get an exclamation, you can click it, and you can update whenever you want it. Okay, keeping your machine online to the internet. And the histories, you can download the logs. Okay, and you can view it, and those logs will show you what file it is, and all these things you can really check on the log files. So what I will do is now, let me show you the files of the antivirus that is stored. Okay, so what I will do is, let me right click on this, and uh, let me show you the file locations of the respective antivirus. See, this is what the vault is all about, right? You have this vault folder where all the malicious files get quarantined, and it'll be zipped all together. Okay, it will be zipped with the default username and password, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so and you have this AV ledger, which is the logs. Okay, so log files, you'll be able to see it. Okay, whenever if I'm going to minimize the font, you will be able to see all those things. Let me close it for now, and let me minimize it, and let me see if the screen is getting recorded. Yes, it is getting recorded, no problem. So let me minimize it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the demonstration with respect to the Google Chrome. Okay, so let me start with the extension demonstration. So for this, what I have done is I have collected some malicious URLs, um, malicious links, where it has some hidden malwares or the files in all these links. Okay, so so we need to see how the behavior is, if it is going to get downloaded, how the antivirus is going to behave, or how the browser is going to behave with respect to the extension. I'm really not sure. I'm just would like to see how it actually behaves and how the prediction happens with respect to the browser security and how the prediction happens with respect to the antivirus. Okay, so let's check it out now. So let's jump into the demonstration, and I'm going to the Google Chrome, and I have the extension program already loaded, the script. I'm just turning it on. Once I turn it on, I will be able to see it here. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm not going to use the browser security for now. I just I just want to test those malicious links, what really they are. Okay, so now what I will do is I will run these links. Let me run the first link. I really not sure what these links really deal with. I'm not enabled this browser security. All I am having on is just my antivirus program. So let me run the first malicious link. Something is getting downloaded. It has got downloaded to my machine. Okay, it has got downloaded. I don't know what sort of file is this. I don't know. Let me just go back and let me run another link. Sorry, Shift N. This should be this should be a Google Drive link. Okay, looks like this malicious file exists in those links. I don't have the extension still on. Just get these things are getting downloaded. Okay, so let me check the third link. The URLs actually doesn't say to be malicious, but it's downloading to my local machine. What sort of malicious files they are? So third link, yes, it looks like a JPG file, but the link doesn't say anything about it. But these guys have hackers encrypted those programs like that. So let me try once again. Let me try the last link. I don't know what it is going to download, but let me see this. Once again, these things has got downloaded. So all the four links, whatever try to use it, right? Whatever try to use it here, all these links had some hidden malwares. Actually, I didn't enable the browser security, but my antivirus is still on. But I'm not sure. Maybe this guy is taking time to predict certain things. I'm really not sure. It looks like certain things on the local hardware. Certain things looks like quarantining, but I didn't see any pop-up from this. I'm really not sure. So let me check what are all those files actually. So there are some 4 files on the list. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, these things have been hidden. Now what I will do is actually I don't know why my antivirus is it's waiting for. Maybe it has enabled the prediction. I'm not sure. Maybe if my internet is good, it should be good to ask the answers from the cloud. Good enough. And now what I will do is let me just close all these things back. I don't want to click on those infectious files. Let me turn on my browser security, and on the top right corner I have my extensions on, Okay, so now what I will do is I'll just go back to these links. I'll go back to these links. Let me run it with the browser security. Let me see if I'm able to stop the URL at least from getting these links downloaded. Not bad, not good. Okay, it stopped it actually, right? So these things happen without my browser security, and once I enable the browser security, I'm able to see it's getting denied much quicker. And let me see the second link. Let me see the second link. Um, okay, good. It didn't allow to download for the second time. It was so fast that it stopped it. And let me check the third link. Let me check the third link here, guys. Man, okay, it still stops it. It still stops it. And let me check the fourth link also. Let me check the fourth link. Shift end. Okay, so let me open the same browser and let me see what happens. Okay, there is some there is, it looks like there is a bit of delay in the redirection, but it allowed that file to get downloaded on my browser. The first three links, actually, if you could see the from the demonstration side, right, the first three links, whatever the links were there on the right, the first three links, it has got totally blocked from the browser extension. And the third link, even it redirect the page, but it couldn't stop that malware getting downloaded. Maybe if there is a delay in prediction, and the file may still get passed through. um, okay, so that's how I got these files downloaded onto my machine. Okay, so let me just go to my downloads history. I'm able to see these files, these 5 files. Okay, it has got it downloaded onto my machine. So let me quickly summarize onto this, right? So what I did is I had this extension turned on my browser, on the Google Chrome browser. Okay, so the first three links, it was stopping it, and the last one, right, and the last one, I don't know, for some reason, though it redirected successfully, but still the file came up. Maybe there is some delay between the prediction and the responses. It's maybe below, it might be because of that. So, okay, so now let's check with the antivirus. Actually, let's check with the antivirus what would have happened. Let me open this file and let me check the quarantine. And there are some files getting listed here. Let me minimize the antivirus. Now let's jump on to the antivirus part. Okay, so as I mentioned you earlier, right, the licensing, yes, it is there, it's open source, and has the quarantine stuff and everything. And update, you may get the software update and all these things. And you have the feature of full scan and custom scan. During the off hours, you can run this whole full scan. Means whatever drives are associated to your laptop, you can start and stop it. And whatever is quarantine, you can go ahead and check this quarantine folder, such that you can retrieve it if there is any false positive. As I mentioned earlier, when you're trying to retrieve something from the quarantine, it is up to the user's own risk, because when you're trying to restore, you're taking the virus out. When you're deleting it, that's not a problem, but when you put it on the ignore, it is it is going to be really bad, because from next time onwards, this antivirus is not going to scan that file anymore. So these restore, delete, and ignore will be the part of the it's up to the user's responsibility. Okay, so quarantining is just this particular antivirus will deal with. Okay, so again, going back to this antivirus, I have this files associated to the antivirus. We have all the logs listed here. So let me just quickly go through. Let me show you the logs. 2018 source file removed successfully. Antivirus encrypted call removed, source file encrypted method call removed, source file removed successfully. Okay, so is there any behavior? And there are logs, and let me show you some certain things here. So in these logs, if you could see, you'll be having, if anything if it really acts upon, right, you'll have the date stamp here, time and the time stamp what actually it did. So and it will have some and it will tell you what that file it is, whether it is really whether it is a malicious file, on which category it really happens. Let me reduce the font size, so from 28 um, somewhere to 14, so that we can see it much better. Okay, so this scanner, antivirus scanner, it runs at the back end, and if it sees any event, or if it's trying to block something, um, it has it has all the logs saved here. Okay, so from starting from this antivirus, when it starts running, all the logs that will be here. If anything goes on, you can just dig on these logs and you can understand what really happened, whether it predicted any file to be malicious or not. All these things can be checked. So what I'm going to demonstrate now is, I'm going to execute has a bunch of malwares on my computer stored inside this malware zip file. I'm going to scan these things, and before checking this, right, oh, I see some difference here. Do you see it here? Actually, I had, one second, let me just rethink. I had 4 files. I was able to see I was able to see some 4 malicious files getting downloaded, but I see only one, and only this is here. I don't see the rest of the files here. Maybe it has got quarantined. Let me just go back to the quarantine folder and see what really happened. Maybe it vaulted it out. I believe so. I think it has quarantined it. I don't see it here. Just let me check the logs here. All these 4 files were here. Let me see. Actually, I didn't get any pop-up on the right corner. There will be a pop-up alert coming from this. Maybe it has got blocked since I'm having this recording software on. It was not coming up. It used to come up and tell me things are getting blocked. Now, what I will do is, actually, I feel that something has action is taken on the downloads that happen. So let me just check it. Let me see if these files really exist. It says removed. It says removed. It says removed. It says removed. What about this? And that's the last piece here. Let me scan with my antivirus. Let me see even if that gets removed. This guy has actually quarantined most of the files. Okay, so these things, if again it goes into the quarantine list, I think he has taken a bunch of things out of the machine. I think he has really acted on it. So okay, you see, did you see this? Did you see this? I don't see that file which I right clicked, right? It is not available here. Maybe that guy, he has got he has got under this list, he has got quarantined. I believe he has got zipped all those 5 files here. If you could see this 5 files, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it has got quarantined. So I didn't see that guy also here, the one I named here, right? So I think when I did a manual scan, I think by default automatically he removed all these malicious files who was sitting over here. So let me close it. So let me come back here. All these things, 4 files, right? This was getting downloaded without the browser security, and everything shows removed, 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 and removed, and removed. And finally, I think this is also removed. Wow. Yeah, do you believe it? All these 4 links, right? When I was using it without the browser security, it has got downloaded. Okay, and this antivirus has actually removed it. I don't see it anything on here. Everything has been taken away and it has been quarantined. And let me just correlate this with the quarantine list, whatever I have it here on my list. So let me just keep my mouse on it and see whether it matches to the list. Let me move the screen little bit up, and let me see the quarantine list. Did he really work on it? So this file says ATP new gem from the right. Okay, ATPS new gem. What that file is? ATP. Can you see this? The bottom. C uses Jegan downloads directory. It says ATPS new underscore G my root bin. It has been quarantined by the same antivirus. And you could see the just nearby ASN underscore OK. Can you just correlate with these logs? Right, can you see that? Okay, NUX 191.bin, wow, it has removed it. And see the another one, W01, whatever you see here, right, W01.jpg, the third list, yes, it has taken him out. And you see the another one also, MRE, the same thing, this guy, yes, it's awesome, it has taken everybody out from the list, he has taken it. Okay, if I just put the mouse over, if I'm able to look at this name of the virus, it is telling us, it is telling the same thing, ATPS new, and the ASN link and the WO1, everything, whatever names here, everything has got removed. Now let me cross check with the logs of the browser. Actually, I didn't delete it, swear. So let me check the downloads of this. Wow, awesome. Who did it? It's the antivirus. Can you see it? Deleted. All these files, the names that ends at, it correlates with the names of the files. Yes, taken it. But I think it's just because of the recording I am doing, my antivirus pop-up has just got blocked because of it. That's just the only reason. But all the things has been moved to the quarantine list. Okay, and this is the proof of concept here. And whatever that has got downloaded from the browser, um, okay, whatever is getting deleted here, it has been activated by the antivirus, and whatever names you saw, right, it is clearly showing it is the same infection that was actually removed by this antivirus. When the browser missed it, antivirus acted it, quarantined it. Maybe it took some time for the prediction results from the cloud, but 100% there is no malware in my computer. Whatever it got downloaded through these malicious links, which I freshly got it from the malicious database. Right, it has predicted and has removed, and is 100% when it comes to the antivirus part. And with respect to the browser security, I just saw some bit of delay on the redirection, but 100% when I enabled the Chrome extension, out of these 4 links, first 3 was pakka, it blocked, it redirected to the blog page, and log thing it still redirected, but still I was able to see the file was getting downloaded. So what I like to conclude here is the antivirus and the browser security has effectively 100% has contributed to remove the malware and stop it at the browser level itself. At the same time, if the browser missed it, the antivirus has removed it, and this is the proof of concept video here. Okay, so actually the whole antivirus program has been considered on the Python, and it looks very effective. And if you need if you want to know more about this, about the open source browser security and antivirus, you can just reach me. Oh wow, this is actually I didn't expect this to happen. So whatever malicious links that I took from the I took it, when I tried it without the browser security, it actually got downloaded. But I need to get some pop-up from this right corner bottom, but nothing came up. But still at the back end, I think it's hiding because of the recording I'm trying to do. But still, when I was looking at this quarantine shield, it was clearly telling that it has quarantined the list, and all the files whatever it has got downloaded without the browser extension, it is clearly showing the name in the downloads folder, and it is matching it. So it's 100% very effective of whatever use case that I have recorded in this video. So you can reach me. You can reach me directly with respect to the browser security and antivirus. I hope this video was very interesting and very informative. And thank you for watching.